There we go. Hey, looks like we might be actually alive at this point. Alright, so check, make sure everything is updated. Yeah, looks like everything's updated, so hopefully it all works. Alright. So we are going to need to make a crap ton of these. Let's make I need... Hey Sharky, how you doing, buddy? I need 6 per. So let's make, I don't know, 300 should be good. I think I have the materials for it. Get the light turned on. I really need to get some lights in this place. Maybe that's what we'll work on for part of this. Alright, so now I've been working off camera a little bit. Show you what we have achieved. So this is new. We now have a little bit of a walkway area out here that is completely pressurized and sealed. 3 a.m. for you. Oh. Well, hopefully in the new year we'll be able to change up the schedule a little bit. I'm really wanting to be able to do more live streams during the week. So we'll actually have, you know, like some of the days be in the morning side of it, some of the days be in the evening side, and then we'll see what we can do on the weekends. So part of it's going to come down to looking for work and what can I get away with. So yeah, we now have this long hallway of doom, which, as you can see, comes through the asteroid here. Completely pressurized and airtight. Now we do need to put the helmet on for this one. Whoop. So that area that we had where the drill basically went a little crazy, we now have set up as an access point, and we'll put some lights on that eventually. But as you can see, it actually continues around, goes up into the area that we have set up in there, comes back down through, and then carries around all the way back around to the other side of the building. So, the command you're looking for is exclamation point shoots. You missed it by 1-0. So we now have a large cannon for defense. This is actually the large defense cannon, or heavy defense cannon. This thing really is meant for large ships, like shooting at large ships. It works really, really well. So, and then for those who are wondering what Sharky is referring to, yeah, there it goes. So yeah, but like I said, basically we have this whole thing is now sealed in, and you have a walkway all the way around the ring of asteroid here. And we do have another entrance point over here. And because of the passageway mods having now put in the airlock door, we can have all sorts of access points. Now, none of the access points are actually pressurized, but when you get through them, all of the areas behind each of these are fully pressurized. So let's head down this way. I'll show you what we've got going on. And again, you have more walkway here. And if you look over into the distance over there, just to the right of our cargo ship, That hallway is more of these passageways. So now the one area I don't have gravity is here. Both I've got gravity generators on both sides of this place, over in that corner and one over on this side, and both of them stop. Their gravity field stops at about 1 or 2 blocks outside of here. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to put a dedicated gravity generator over here as well. But we have a nice view of the sky. You can actually see what's going on. If you need to sit down and recharge, you can sit down and recharge. And if you want to take on a turret, you can do that too. Now, there you go. Audio worked that time. Oh. There you go. Now, did my music player just completely stop? My music player did completely stop. Let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that when we were building, basically we would have the ability to have little cutaways like this where we would have, you know, certain areas exposed and certain areas hidden. So I'm actually really happy with the way that this whole thing turned out. It was a couple of hours of just straight doing nothing but excavating, doing excavation mining in order to get everything in place. So, but yeah, I really am happy with the way that the base ended up coming out overall. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back. Woo! I keep forgetting. No gravity there. But yeah, so gravity ends right here, right? So it's 1 block away. On the other side, gravity ends right here. So it's like both sides. It's like 1 block off. Bugs the hell out of me. Oh. But yeah, we'll get around to putting a gravity generator over here. And we'll just minimize the field size so that it just basically we have everything under gravity the entire time. Oh. Let's try that again. I have to say I really like those airlock doors. So, and I'll need to put another gravity generator over here somewhere. I haven't figured out exactly how far out it needs to be. So what I'll do is I'll probably do that over the weekend. But again, you have another cutaway here so you can see what's going on out there. It's just, it's a nice feel to it, you know? It feels like a real base. Wasn't there a small one as a mod? There is if I have the, actually, do I have it installed? I don't know if I have it installed. No, I don't have it installed. There's a small ships gone big or small ships gone large mod that allows you to use the some of the large grid items on small grid builds. And then there's another mod. It's small ships gone wild or something like that. Or small ships gone big, which is basically it takes large grid items and makes them small grid items. It scales them down. So, and using that mod, yes, I'd be able to do it. They have basically like the refineries and assemblers and things like that. I think I'm going to change this because I don't want that. There's another version of this without this piece on it. So. And then if you come over here, this is where we're going to have our expansion area, and what I'll probably end up doing is making this maybe like administrative offices or just the residential area, since it's nice and far away from all of the industrial stuff, so it'll be quiet when you're in here and running about. So but yeah, that's basically what I've been doing with the base. Like I said, it's been a lot of just a lot of time and effort in getting all of this done. Now I need to check. Let's see here. We'll use the panel here. I want to make sure that the AA actually has ammo in it. Let's check really quick. Heavy defense cannon. Yes, everything's got ammo. Awesome. Alright. Okay, so I need to move this beast, and I need a place to dock it where it will be outside of the ring, because we're going to be building in the ring. And I'm thinking we may be building vertically in the ring. But we'll see. We'll probably start with the core of the ship basically being horizontal. And we'll probably need to end up rotating it to a vertical position in order to get things fully built. And I do not have... Oh, I sure did. Good catch. Thank you. Appreciate that. Should be updated shortly. Alright. Now we're going to need to grab some plates. So we're going to grab those. And those. Right, so let's go ahead and clear this out because I don't need these right now. Got both of those. So we're going to grab this. Alright, so I'm putting this here so that way I have some flexibility in where I go from here. But I do think this one we're going to run a couple over. Let's see if we can get this in here really quick. All right. Wait for the debris to clear. And so what we're going to do, once the debris clears, there we go, is we're going to take this pretty much up and outside of the asteroid. And then we'll move the big ship, the big cargo ship above us here. Oh yeah, I got really turned around on that one. Ooh, I got ridiculously turned around. Okay. Alright, so now I know what I'm aiming for here. Need to aim for this area right here. Rather epic excavation music. Alright, so I drifted off again. How am I drifting off so much? I don't understand. Alright. I must be doing some serious bouncing off of the terrain. The side going tunnels, yeah, I know, right? That's okay, wait until I have to dig my way out of here. And this is why I was doing a lot of work off camera, because I didn't want to have to do all of this on camera. And there it is. Could you imagine if we had to do all of the side tunnels and stuff on camera? Ooh, that would have been crazy. And have drifted off once again. Come on. Okay, so we're gonna go to there. Somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, close enough for government work. Just have to wait for the debris to despawn now. Digging a hole, right? Diggy diggy hole. Would that be the reference you are trying to make, sir? There we go. Alright, so we're going to do that. And then we are going to have... that's probably going to be it, actually. I do have steel plates, that's good, because I need to add connector here. I'm going to put the connector right there. Ed, Ed, and Eddie, yeah. Right on. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass to... Alright. Let's go ahead and go grab this thing. And one of the benefits of having the ship up there is that the ship actually has a bunch of defense cannons on it. So once everything is built out, it'll actually end up being a little bit better. And so what we're going to do is we're going to swing this beast around. Ed, Ed, and Eddie, yeah, that I only watched a couple episodes of that. It was long after my time before, you know, from watching things like Cartoon Network and such. Right, so you're going to be over here. Let's net level this thing out. And we're gonna drift ourselves over this away. And we're gonna turn sideways, so this way, if and when we need to move the ship, or when we need to move the ship that we're going to be building, we don't have to worry quite so much about this thing being in the way. Alright. Hey Hanger, how you doing? Long time no see, buddy. How you doing this weekend? Hopefully you're having a fantastic Friday. Alright, so we're going to try and get ourselves in position. You are about as close as you're probably going to get. Alright. So while we're doing this, we can go in here, go into our... Where's our... do you have a building? Yeah. You are in fly mode. Awesome. There you go. So yeah, I took a little bit of a break from streaming. Basically, was focused more on just getting the recording side of the stuff done, because I've been trying to get all of my schoolwork finished. So I have finished 98 point some odd % of my classwork. I have just the capstone to do. If I can get the capstone done by the end of the year, I will have graduated and completed my business degree. So, fine brewed food. Sounds good to me, man. Alright, so we need computers. So we're gonna have this beast crank out a couple of thousand computers, I think. Assembler 2 doing nothing. Assembler 2, if you are not doing anything, you are not helpful. Alright. So yeah, we're basically just finishing up the connections for our shipyard so that we can start working on our battleship build. And I need to bring this over just a touch, actually. Alright. What I need to do is I need to install a remote control on this thing. Alright. Oh. Funny you should mention that. The business plan I am working on sort of does that, actually. I don't want to give too many spoilers away on it, but hopefully if everything works out the way that I'm hoping it will, I will have some good news in the next couple of months. So that is done. I just need to set this over to lock. There we go. Alright. So, but yeah, I'm working, the business plan that I'm putting together for the capstone is based on a streaming thing. So yeah, we'll see how it all works out. Thank you, appreciate that. Name that the younger ones. Yeah, Sharky, unfortunately that won't help in the business plan, but thank you for that. I appreciate the sentiment anyway. Alright. Okay, so let's get ourselves situated. How much iron? We have very little. So let's go ahead and grab... Let's grab some more plates. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Because I'm going to drop all those off. Let's grab like 300 or 400 of those. Grab a bunch of those. You guys come up here. Is that really all? Alright, so who was making those? I don't remember who I told to make those things. What are you missing? You are missing gold and silver. I thought I had some gold. Got a little bit of gold. Yeah, look, I got plenty of gold. What the hell are you talking about? Are you full somewhere? No. You are full of iron. Boop. You are full of iron too. I think it was this one that actually needs it. Oh no, that was it. Okay. Alright. Sitting there going, I know I have... Life is futile? Nice. Yeah, I've been hanging out with the Armco guys on Life is Futile, the MMO version. I haven't really had a chance to play as much as I want to, but they've got a giant, actually 2 cities, then they're starting to build a bunch of things in between, like a bunch of little villages and such. So, alright. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, shall we? And we are going to go... Oh, before I do that, we need to turn off every one of the build and repair things. Just to make sure, all on, all off. Okay. Because I don't want it welding stuff up while I'm working on it. On the NA server? Yeah, actually they are on the North American server. It's the Armitage City. So you need to be a member of their Discord community in order to get into it. If you check out, what is it, Wasted Space, XP Gamers, or Morphologists, if you check out their channels either here on Twitch or YouTube, there should be links to their Discords. So it would help if I was actually counting these blocks. Oh, if you say that, they may shoot you from the walls. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and somebody is still... Why do I still have a build and repair turned on? Where do I have a build and repair turned on? Alright. So you are off, off, off. Okay, so everything is turned off. What the hell is... So, is it you? It can't be you, no, because you're turned off. I do not want this thing welding parts up yet. Right. Oh, you're off. you're turned off. You're turned off. Is it you? I bet it's you, isn't it? Yep, it's you. That figures. Let's build and repair. I don't remember which one this is, though. Alright, see if I can figure out which one it is. It's going to be something with the hangar. Sheesh. Alright. Let's try that again, shall we? I don't mind too much that it started building these. It gives me something actually as a point of reference. I just wish I remember how many I said that was. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. And then this is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. Did they put the Space Engineers back on sale for the holidays? Nice. Alright, so we're going to actually go over to heavy armor for this. Let's see here. So this is going to be crap. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be putting in, you can go there for now, you can go there for now, okay, is we're going to be building a gravity gun. Yes, I am actually going to build a gravity weapon. The situation is that severe, you must always take in consideration the gravity of any situation, right? Come on, there we go. All right. And yeah, that should be about what we're looking for there. Okay. Looks like we lost the light. Alright, so we're gonna move you out the way for a second. Actually, oh, hello. Okay, so gravity weapons in Space Engineers. These things are basically you only build them when you're ridiculously stupid. Or you want to do a crazy amount of damage to something. The reason why I say that is because they tend to have a tendency of blowing up in your ship as much as they do blowing up other people's ships. So we're going to swing ourselves out of here nice and gently. Ah, crap. That's bad. Let's move ourselves over this way a little bit. Yeah, let me get out of here really quick. Because what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves up and above this a little. Let's tip our nose down. That way we have a little bit of light down there. Okay. How bad is it? Oh, that was actually pretty bad. Okay. Let's see if we have any thruster components. See if I can make that thing stop smoking. Alright. And anybody not clogged up? You are good. Okay. There they are. Oh, I don't know. Let's go ahead and crank 1,000 of those out. We'll come back and deal with those a little bit later. Okay, so basically, what the gravity weapon does is you use gravity generators to build a bunch of gravity fields that you overlap, and then you put a projectile that has a gravity effect on it in the middle of it, and the gravity basically pushes it out that way. So to give you an example of what we're talking about here, so when you have artificial gravity in place, as you can see right now, if you look down in the bottom right corner, you'll see that little area. It'll be like down here. Basically shows you that I have artificial gravity or planetary gravity. So if I turn my jetpack off, I fall, right? Because I have gravity, artificial gravity applied to me. Not all the blocks do. So what you need to do is you have to build a projectile that will use the gravity field to basically accelerate a projectile. Think of it as a railgun kind of thing. Hey Shades, how you doing? Happy Friday or Saturday morning. Now these are much easier to build in creative mode because you don't have to worry about resources. And you can build them symmetrically much easier. The catch and trick to gravity weapons is that you need to make sure that your gravity fields are symmetrical all the way around. You are Mind Layer. I'm not going to worry about you. And then what I'm doing here is these are actually going to be attachment points for the grav generators. So we're going to have you go there. Okay. Now I need to be really careful when I do this because I don't have any power on this and we don't have any thrusters here to hold the thing steady for now. Alright, so alright, so this is going to be a line here of gravity generators. There's going to be a line here, and we're going to have, let's do another line there. So we'll basically have one line here, and then one line here on both sides. So it should come out to about 60 generators, which will give it an overall gravity effect of 60 Gs. So when we go to put the projectile mass inside the cage, it'll launch it out of there at 60 times normal acceleration rates. And we are going to go... And what I'll have to do is I'll have to end up, or what I'll end up having to do is I'll have to program a little bit of a script to do it, because I don't want the gravity generator on all the time. So what we'll do is we'll set up a program so that when you go to fire it, it basically cycles the gravity generators off, builds the weapon, or builds the shell, turns the generators back on to fire it, turns it off, and rinse and repeat. So we're going to set it up with a projector back there as well. So for those who are joining us, we're working on a very large battleship build. I decided I wanted one because I could. There you go. Alright. And that'll be basically the launch bay right here. Now I do want to have... You're the 1x3x1. That's for the small ship. I need a few of these as well. 1, 2, 3. I think that'll be big enough. I don't know if that's going to be big enough to block those or not. That's going to stop there. That stops there. Huh. You know what? We're going to take those out, because I have a different mod that I'm going to load. So we'll leave that for now, and then what I'll do is I'll grab the other mod later and put those in. But we're going to basically put hangar doors in to protect this, because these things are ridiculously delicate. Any damage to the runway of it, the launch tube, tends to cause things to explode. So now we are outside of big stuff. Alright, so this is going to go like so. So we'll have a projector here in the middle. We'll put... Actually, you know what? Do these still have... Yeah, they do. Okay. So if we're going to do a projector... That block can go back there. All right. So now that we have that done, sorry if I go silent. I'm basically just trying to figure out what my spacing needs to be for all of this stuff. It's been a long time since I built one of these, so... It's going to be a heavy armor block. We're going to have gravity generators running down this way on both sides. Okay, that should be okay. So you're all connected. You're connected. We're going to go ahead and grab these again. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just framing in the area this is where all of the magic's going to happen. When we set up the blueprint to project the image that we need, basically it'll be projected right here. These two welders will be able to turn it on, or to build it for us. So those will end up being piped into our supply line. And when you turn the gravity on and it's built, it basically goes out this way. All measured distance between programming and recoil. It's shattered. Nice. Alright. So since we know that that's going to be there, we're going to embed in the center. Okay, now we need to go back in here because I wasn't thinking before I did this. Now this is a really, really simple projector build, or weapon build. So there's lots of ways you can manipulate what you want to do with it and how you want things to work. One of the designs I have that I haven't gotten around to building yet actually uses rotors to swing all of the gravity generators into position. So when they're not being used for the weapon, they're actually being used for gravity drive. But I have really, really bad luck with gravity drive, so I am not messing with those on this build. But that gives us a really large gravity cannon. So. Right on, Sharky. Congratulations. Okay, so this is actually going to be the center of our ship. We're going to build out from here. Let's go ahead and get the holographic projector off because we don't need that right now. But what we will need is we're going to run a few more of these back here. So we said it was 21 before. It's 2, 3... 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 30, 31. Okay. And let me know if the music is too loud or not loud enough. We can adjust the volume as we need to. Alright, so if we're going to do that, let's bring... So that's going to be our center line. That's 5 tall. That actually works out. Hey Riptide, how you doing? Awesome, that's what I was hoping for. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Happy Friday, or Saturday, if you happen to be in one of those wonderful time zones. And then for here, we're going to go... Actually, I already have it up here. So we're going to tie that together. And do we want to run this? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to tie this whole thing together down here. We're gonna on there. Yeah. Not worried about the military transports. Only worried about the Argentivis. I've already had to kill a couple of those things over here. Right. Okay. I have to say, not a bad design so far for eyeballing it. The one thing you never want to do when you're building gravity weapons, right? Is eyeballing your designs. And don't mind the flame, it's just there for aesthetics. Alright. So everybody having a good week so far? Let's see here. Alright, and we're gonna have this go. Can we get you down there, or is that, are you blocked? No, you're okay. Wasn't sure if that was gonna be blocked or not. Alright. There we go. Okay, so that's all tied together. The only thing about being in survival is you can't use things like the click and drag. It would be nice if you could. Make this so much easier. It'd be even better if you could use symmetry mode, but I'll take it. Still just a transport, right? Okay. Okay, so we have our breach mechanism is set up. And that is set up there. We'll probably back this a little bit just because. Alright. And since this is a warship, we want it to be able to carry a lot of ammo. And I think we actually have... Nope. About 10 arm length, 5 elbow. Yeah, something about like that. Okay, so that's going to give us that. So build this back. And what we're going to do is we're going to basically end up with a couple of layers of the heavy armor. Right now we're using the light armor block, so eventually we will move over to heavy armor when we're doing the outer skinning piece. Some of the key areas like the reactor room will be completely encased in heavy armor as well. Oh, I just saw your message, Shades. Well, glad that you're able to relax while you're watching it. Alright. And then for those who don't know, I tend to build cages around a lot of the around the cargo. Just because it helps a little bit, you know, give you a little bit more of a crumple zone. Okay, I think I just had something. Did I just have something spawn somewhere that I did not want it? And we're gonna go ahead and, I don't know, maybe, nah, let's, I'd rather have it secure than insecure, you know? What we're gonna do here is we're gonna do that, because redundancy is key, especially in these types of builds. You do not want to take a critical shot that knocks all of your stuff offline. Looks like a ding dong. Well, to be fair, Sharky, if you get hit by it, yeah, you've been pretty screwed, so. So, truth in advertising. How's that? And I will probably... I don't know. Do I want to... That transport's getting really close. We'll leave our options open. We'll go ahead and buff that out there a little bit. Never a bad idea to keep options open, because if you have to come back and put in more systems, this way you actually have the stuff open and ready to go. There. And go ahead and get this last little bit here. Okay, so our cargo is encased. You're gonna go there, you're gonna go there. And like I said, this way if I want to run conduit out and about, I'll have different ways of doing so. Now, these we're actually not going to build on top of right now, because eventually I'm gonna have to put the upper decking in, and that's gonna be a lot of problems. So we're gonna deal with this stuff as we can, as we need to. So you are 5 tall, that's 3, 4. I do, however, want to do that, just so I know. And you are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of steel plates. There we go. Alright, Sharky. Have a great night, man. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Okay, they got way too close. That means I'm going to have a... yeah, I'm going to have an Argentivus showing up in a couple minutes, probably. Oh, well... Well, so we said 7, right? That's 3, 4, 7. There we go. And then what I'm thinking for the edge work here, I'm thinking something along the lines of... Let's go. So we're going to end up with something along the lines of this for when you're starting to talk about what the final lines are going to look like. And the thing is, I know I've seen a design like this before, and I can't remember where I saw it. It's probably something from Star Wars. Like one of the venerators or something like that, maybe. And then this is going to carry forward. Oh, till it's about here. Well, considering this is just about the first third or so of the ship, no. I'm just starting it out this way so that it's easy to get a hold of what I'm trying to do. Now, this is going to be something that's more built around the idea of PvE style battleship. This is not a PvP build. So we will have things like an exposed bridge area. We will have a secondary bridge as well. So we will have a combat bridge. We will have a lot of redundancy in the system. But I'm not going through I'm not building this for a PvP build, which would require me to do things like hide the thrusters and, you know, put in a lot of dead space, lots of armor, things like that. It's just, I wanted to build a gravity weapon, and this is, you know, the way we can do it. Gives me a reason to build a big battleship. Or I should say a large combat vessel. Alright, now what we're going to do is the decking here, I think. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22. So we're going to need to bring that forward one more. Right. Which is fine. I don't mind. Okay. Now we're going to count in by 5. So I need to check. I want the Mark IIs, I think it is. So I need to make that a bit bigger. How many is that? I need to do a quick grid count here. It's 1, 2. So we go there. It's 1, 2, 3, and then space. So that's going to be 7 by 7. Okay.
Clear out some shelves. You said whichever you feel like doing first. I said, well,
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I'm going to put a very large, a series of very large cannons on this thing. I have been wanting to do this since I first saw the Mech Packs weapon pack. So what did we say it was? 7 by 7, so I need to go 3 in. 2, 3, skip a space. 1, 2, and 3.
just keep saying I don't know about that. 'Cause it's my lazy day, just wanna lazy away. Ain't gonna do a thing for the rest of the day.
Alright, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 2, and 3. So conveyor block, so we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and like I said, I have wanted to build one of these for so bloody long. All right. So let's, should be, there you go. I mean, just look at that. Isn't that epic? And then there's going to be 3 more on the other side. Oh. All right. So it's coming out to here at least, right? And then gravity's going to be there. Okay. This should work. How far out did we go? That's 3 out. Oh. You know what? Let's just do it this way so we can get the basic frame in here first. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to use the tiered thrusters or not. Tiered thrusters makes it easier to get the amount of thrust that you need to be able to get off the ground with these things. But this ship is not being built around the idea of actually ever landing, so... But oh, it's going to be so much fun. Alright. So you're... So how far in did we go? We went 1... This is 1 space here. So 1 space there by... Starting from there, so it's going to be... It's 1... 2... No, did we do that all the way over? So we did do one. We did do 1 step back. And 1, 2, 3. So there. Looks like that should be right. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. right? Yes, okay. It's 1, 2, 3. One second here. 1, 3, 1, 2. I miscounted somewhere, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be 6. Okay. This is why I like doing this kind of stuff in creative, because it's a little easier to keep track of what's going on and you can mirror everything. And that one's already placed. We spin that around. Ah, look at that. Fear the raw firepower of that thing. And what's really frightening is we're going to put 6 more down here. Oh. There. Have to go back through there and fill some of this in. There we go. Ah, ran out of power. Quick, to the burning ship. Why? Because it gives us light. I'll fix it in a little bit. Hey, I never said I wasn't. All right. There we go. Let's walk this back a little bit. I actually had thought about putting some spotlights into the build area, and I'm probably going to off camera. See if we can get close enough to actually give us a little bit of light here. There we go. Alright, and then what we're going to do here is we're going to back these. And I'm going to run this basically like this, all the way down. And I'm going to do that on both sides. And what we're going to do here in the down in the middle area is we're going to put like the anti-missile, anti-small fighters weapons in. Right, and then that's... I might want to bring that back one. It'll work. That'll work. Never mind. Now, part of the reason why I'm building this in this way is that it does two things. One, it provides a little bit of side cover for the turret. It will obstruct the turret's line of fire a little bit, and I'm fine with that. These are really meant to be more of a broadside weapon, and like either top or bottom defense. So if things are coming in above, if you can roll yourself into a position to bring all 6 cannons on any one side to bear, whatever you're going to shoot is going to have a really, really bad day. Okay, so that's built up that way. Okay, that should work. So you are going to come out over there. Mine layer. Not worried about the mine layer, just worried about Argentivus. Oh. Place the wrong block first. And you are going to go one more back, because you're going to go 1, 2... There we go. Out of steel plates. That's a horrible thing to run out of. So let's grab a few hundred more of these. Oh. And like I said, I want to bring this up, actually. How about if we step that in? So what we end up with is... that. So you end up with a little bit of a level area here. We went in 2 on those? Yeah. There we go. Oh, look at you. And that will actually work out really well, because then what we can do is I might actually... I don't know. Actually means it counts off somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that should be our center line right there. Oh, that's why everything's off by 1. Okay. That would be what I'm sitting here going, why does everything seem a little odd? That would have been bad. Alright. And this is why I did not want the ship being built while we're working on it. That right there would have just really have made my day bad. Alright. So we went 2, and then it goes out 2. There, and then it's going to go... There we go. Am I really off? Holy crap, I am. I'm off by 1. All the way down, which means I have to take all those out. Alright. That's fine. We can fix it. There we go. There you go. Really? You son of a... Ah. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and finish this line up. Kind of an appropriate song, actually. Yeah. Actually... That's even there. Because that'll be the 2 that he goes back, and then it goes up. Right. There we go. Oh, okay. So the first block that it kicks back in is actually the last block. Oh, extra blocks. Don't need extra blocks. There you go. So is everybody ready for their holiday season? Hopefully. Should be a good holiday for everybody. For the folks that are in school, I know you're getting ready to get out of school for the season, and hopefully if you're working, you're gonna get the holiday off of with your family and friends. Alright. Let's see here. Okay. It has enough mass that I can bang into it without it go drifting off somewhere. Alright, so this actually needs to shift forward 1 block. Should be, there it is. And like I said, this is more for a PvP or a PvE side kind of combat. It's not really meant for PvPing, so there. It's just a have some fun with it kind of thing. There we go. So what do you think? You like the design so far? Alright. Let's go ahead and flip this around. Why do I feel like I'm in like some Russian cowboy in Okay, that music was just a little too weird for me. Alright. So I may come back and swap these out, because I may want to change that line up a little bit. I haven't decided yet. Alright. So now what I'm thinking here is, in order to supply the weapons, what we're going to want is, let's go ahead and let's just go with that for now. And can we run these like so? Yes. I think that'll work nicely. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have... Oh, let's see, do I want to just centerline them? I might just centerline them. So what I'm thinking here is I may just go ahead and center line the anti-fighter, anti-missiles system. And wherever I don't have those at, we'll have the thrusters recessed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cover all of this first, and then we'll come back and cut out where we want the weapon systems and the thrusters. So when you're using things like I've got the build and repair mod in, when you're using these types of mods, you really want to be careful when you're building this kind of stuff, because if you don't turn them off, you'll basically have to come through and grind it all down, or use the grind color if you're really feeling up for it. So and then what this allows me to do is to figure out my spacing a little bit better without having to necessarily build the spacing into it, But we already know that we're going to have plenty of area here. So I could do 3 there. That would give me 6 immediately in the immediate area. Or do I just want to run them straight down? I think I'm going to run them straight down. And what we'll do is we'll do every few blocks, like every 3 blocks or 4 blocks, we'll have another one. Yeah, I think that's going to work. So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and take that out. So there'll be 1 there. What was that? We're doing every 2. Okay, so if we do that, let's build this up a little bit, because again, we don't want our cargo blocks being any more vulnerable than they absolutely have to be. Because if you lose your cargo, you've lost your fighting capability. And that'll leave us set up so that we can pipe more stuff in if we need to. And oh, you know what? Let's go with those are connected all the way down, right? Had to stop and make sure, because I've been known to cut things loose before. Alright, and then what we're doing here is we're basically just getting a little bit of greebling done before we do the greebling. There you go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab these guys. Actually, let's go that way with them. Whoa, hello. And remember what I said about redundancy? We're basically going to keep doing... We're going to have a second line of feed coming through this way as well. And that private sale. There we go. All right. Okay, so we want this to come over like so. Actually, no, we want it to come over. Let's do that instead. A little bit more expensive, but that's okay. Because we want there to be no reason for these things to not be able to pull ammo out of the system. And you are going to feed that way. There we go. There you go. It'll help when it starts filling in. Yeah. Yeah, I know I always forget folks aren't necessarily as unsensitive, I guess, not so sensitive to the build system here. Just back that, yeah, okay. So if you're not used to it, it gets a little confusing because you're looking at a bunch of just, you know, metal blocks that are all wireframes. Alright. So let's go ahead and we take this stuff off the bar for now. Now the question is do I want to go tiered thrusters or do I want to use just the vanilla thrusters? I'm thinking I'm going to go tiered thrusters. No, I don't want. We'll just do the regular. We'll do the small tiered. 3. That's 3. That's 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a little spacing in here. And I'll probably come back and remove those half blocks I just put in and put in full blocks there. And how much space does that leave us? There's this 1, 2, 3. There's just 3 blocks there. These are tier 3, so they should have more thrust than I need. Now what we're going to do is we're going to line them up a little bit. So it's going to be there. Alright, so now we can drop them here. Did we get them? Everything's okay. Just had to make sure. Alright. And what I will probably end up doing is I'm thinking I may actually recess these under the turrets a little bit. Because as they are right now, what we're going to be getting is something like this. I'm thinking I might want them a little bit more armored than what this is going to allow them to be. Do I want to do that? Because what we'll end up with is so we end up with is basically something to look like a little something like that. And if you follow that line all the way down, so you see the profile that you're getting here, and then the thrusters are recessed, and we're going to actually continue our pattern. 1, 2, 3. Mwahaha. Alright. Okay, so that's basically what we're going to do. Mining carriage, nothing too brutal coming in, so I'm not going to worry about it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. I'm going to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Get to see the building of the... That's actually probably the first, we'll say third of the battleship. So what we'll do is I'll put in the rest of the at least some of the temporary thrusters so we can fly this thing around. We'll start welding it up off camera because it's going to be basically an hour of nothing but the welding bots going crazy. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Have a terrific weekend. And we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Let's go turn on the build bots and let things go.